Now listen up, you gits. I hear talk. Yous think that big chopper thing is all done and dusted. Yous thought wrong. I want some of those boring talk slugger things. Me and the boys wants to get up close and friendly with them Umi Titan drivers.
Well, I believe it's pronounced boarding torpedoes. I didn't really want to correct them, to be honest. Right, so here we have some boarding torpedoes that I actually started to make a couple years ago for this project, but I never really got round to implementing them, putting them together in any way, shape or form. So now's the time. I thought it'd be really cool idea to maybe undersling these underneath the huge saw that we have. I think that'll be a really nice addition, but also it will keep the whole vibe a little bit comical because it is rather silly. Now these are made from, so as you can see from the back of that, it is baking soda tub from Lidl. Of course, it's got to be Lidl, got to be the best. And that, which is just glued on, I actually use hot glue for this, which I will never use ever again, to some Lego stuff, which I was able to get online, which is really quite cool and a bit novel, And yes, definitely inspired by the Elliot Carver missile from Tomorrow Never Dies, I believe, James Bond. If you know the reference, 10 points. It was actually my older brother who came up with the idea of using a hydraulic ram underslung underneath the saw, which would be the instrument to push the boarding torpedoes onto whatever poor sod that is getting the business end of the saw. And I even found in my scrap pile this random claw thing, which sort of actually grabs the torpedo perfectly. So I thought that'd be a really nice addition. I did want to just take a second just to say thank you to all those who have recently subscribed and to those who've been following the project from the beginning. It's just absolutely lovely to read your comments, and I don't know whether it is stealing your ideas because you are giving them to me for free, but please do add anything in the comments that you would love to see to the Giga-Gargant. I would love to do a shout out. Do let me know if you're happy for me to give you a shout out as well, because obviously I know some people like private. And of course, if you think I've earned it, do give me a like, do subscribe if you haven't already. But I really think the most important thing is just comment. If you can comment, because I love to hear these ideas, that would be absolutely wonderful. Thanks ever so much once again. I'll better get back to the show. Now, the eagle-eyed among you might have noticed I actually put some railings on the decking and the top of the melee weapon, which is really un-orky. I'm fully aware of that, but it's just a pretty cool and easy technique to do, which I will go into detail at some other point. Now, I thought it would be a good idea just to finish off with actually what I did for the chainsaw teeth. Now, I actually did it all off camera, which I thought was a little bit silly because it was actually quite a useful thing to show. Now, EVA foam, whilst an incredible material to use, it isn't always the best for detail, especially if you're doing pre-detailing, so to speak, which is essentially doing any of the rivets before and then gluing it in, because as you'll see here, I just thought it would be a nice idea just to give you an idea of what it looks like. The rivets will get squished if you do them before, so it's best to do all the gluing beforehand, let it dry, and then do the rivet holes. That way it all holds its shape really nicely. So that brings us to the end of episode 8 of the Giga-Gargant project. Thanks ever so much to those who watched all the way through. I just want to reiterate, it's really lovely to see so many people liking and commenting, so keep it up, guys. You're really making this an absolute pleasure to do. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend and hope to catch you next time. Cheers, guys.